Yeah.
Right?
Hawa.
Bashem.
Bashem. Yahushai. Babakasha. Shalak. Rayam. Marinashim. Mashapatiam. Al. Kal. Abawanyam. Ayawam. Ayam Yanawa. Abadiam. Babakasha. Yahawa. Basham. Yahushai. Basham. Ocha. Padash. Tamyad.
Right? You want to give our praises to
Yahawa. Basham. Yahushai. Basham. Rakak. Padash.
Double honors to the elders, the apostles of great men, so that surely do well. Salvation to all Yakim that push this word out there in sincerity and in truth. Right? This is GMS Trinidad, right? Come out here week in, week out, right? To do the works of the Most High Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right? Somebody give me Isaiah 62 verse 6 and then give me Judges 5 and verse 11.
Isaiah chapter 62 verse 6, it says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of Yahweh, keep not silence.
That's all. Right? So the scriptures say that the Most High set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace. Right? So that is why we coming in here week in, week out, doing the works of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Right? To wake up the house of Jacob. Give me 49 and 6.
Isaiah chapter 49 verse 6, it says, and he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserved of Israel. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles.
The Gentiles, right, are the other tribes of Israel that were scattered abroad, right? The Gentiles are the Israelites who do not know that they are Israelites. Alright? We out here for them. Right? We're out here for these other nations. Alright? We out here to put lay sinews back on the house of Israel, right? Give me the Isaiah 5.
Judges chapter 5 verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the place of drawing water, they shall there rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Right, they that be delivered from the noise of archers. Right? The archers that goes back to the ICBM nuclear missiles, right? In World War II ways to come, right? In the land of drawing waters, right about now we're in the land of drawing waters, right? Going back into Revelation 17, the water sets up for many waters. The waters are the people, alright? There shall they rehearse the righteous act, which is what? Keeping the laws, the statutes and commandments of the Most High in faith of Yahushai HaMashiach, right? Because you people don't know who you are, right? You're thinking that you're Africans. No, our history goes back way past slavery, alright? Matter of fact, as you are talking sometime, as I said, our history goes way back into the spirit realm, because we were there with Yahweh Yahushai when he created the heavens and the earth. Alright, give me Ezekiel 37, start at verse 1. Anybody?
Jeremiah 17 verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
Thou shalt discontinue from a heritage, right? From an inheritance, right? That the Most High gave us, which was what? Our nationality, right? Of who we are, basically. What else? The laws, the statutes and commandments in the land of Israel. Alright? That is being discontinued from our heritage, and also serving our enemies. All these other nations, we're saying to Psalms 83, are our enemies. Alright? Also the book of Nehemiah 5 verse 9, also if not 5 and 9, 9 and 5 tell about that. Alright? These other nations, the Indians, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Arabs there in Saudi Arabia, in Qatar, the Edomites, so-called white man, all these other nations are our enemies. Alright? All of them. Alright? Good. Grab one, Gemma. Alright, you have to take Jeremiah 22. Yeah, can. You have to take Jeremiah 22. And yeah, can. Well,
Jeremiah,
when they done Jeremiah 22.
Jeremiah 50 verse 6, it says, my people had been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They are forgetting their resting place. All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we offend not.
So, hey, they took off on the top of a question.
All that found them have devoured them.
Now, from the top.
From the top.
Verse 6 says, my people had been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Right, the shepherds have caused them to go astray. Right, not only the pastors, but their leaders. Alright, like our Prime Minister, Dr. Keith Rowley, he's also a shepherd. Alright, who else? Right, Martin Luther King, Malachi Zio, all these other people, they are shepherds of Israel. Right, go ahead. Not only the pastors, go ahead.
They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill.
Right, they have turned them away on the mountains. They are going from mountain to hill. That means they go from one religion to one religion, from this religion to that. So one might leave basically Christianity and goes to Islam. One might leave Islam and go to Hinduism. Alright? Or to Egyptology or some kind of madness. Right? So that? Or Rastafarianism. Alright, go ahead.
Says they have forgotten the resting place.
They have forgotten the resting place, which is Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? Being in the bosom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, or the bosom of Abraham, going back to the parable with Lazarus and the rich man in Abraham's bosom. Alright? Go ahead.
All that found them have devoured them, and the adversaries said, we offend not.
Right, all that they found them, devour them. Right? Because why? Because we are forgetting who we are. We have been destroyed. Right? Give me Deuteronomy 28, see what verse 48 and 49 say about Bakasha. Right? Because guess what? When we go now and we have to work for these other nations, right? Because we don't know who they are, we basically become a prey unto them. Alright? You're still in Ezekiel, give me Ezekiel 35 and start from 5 verses up. See where 5 verses up from our last verse. Ezekiel 35. Last verse.
Kwam. Ready to join me? Ready to join me?
Yeah, the scripture say, that's all I get. The scripture said the adversary for them, and only say not give and say we offend not. Why? Because they know we sin against the Most High, and they use that as their leverage or their excuse, to basically punish us or to, have us in slavery. Can't. But the Most High say, hey, for that the affliction, can't. So the Most High really actually displeased what we're going to do, because they overdo or they make the situation worse for us.
Can't.
He was saying it because these other nations last but we also make captivity. Understand? This is Isaiah 47. Let's bear for 1 minute. Isaiah 47 and 6. He said, I was wrote with my people, I have polluted my inheritance and give them into thy hand. Thou did show them no mercy. So he saw them show you no mercy, and all these other nations they show you no mercy. Up to this day, there is still what we are called despised people. What we are saying, what you have niggas and them now, what they are going to sell, especially these Edomites and these Syrians and these East Indians, and what they are going to sell. So they say,
I will pay him small money and call him a nigger and call him a slave and all these things. No? This is Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 28. And there shall be this is Ezekiel 34, verse 28. And there shall no more be a prey to the heathen, neither shall the beasts of the land devour them. But they shall dwell safely, and none shall make them afraid.
Yeah, so we became a prey to these heathens, right? To the Elamites, to the Moabites, to the Ammonites, to the Hamitic tribes, right? To the Arab tribes. We have become a prey unto them. But the Most High say, hey, the time gonna come that will happen no more. We may Deuteronomy 28, but
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 47. It says, because thou servest not Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee.
Right, so because, hey, guess what? You, the Negroes, the Latinos, and the natives are the true children of Israel. Because, hey, you thought the laws, the statutes, and commandments was a burden unto you. You wanted to be like the other nations without order, right? So the Most High say you will serve your enemies in their land, and you will see basically the land.
Have a king over them.
Can, right?
It says, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
Right, a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Right, that yoke of iron was a literal yoke, but also their philosophies. Right, that going and destroy your mental mindset. Now you thinking, guess what? I'm not an Israelite, I'm not a son of God. Right, I'm not good enough to be a son of God. I'm a Hamite, I'm a Trinidadian. Right,
A black.
A black. Right, these so-called white people live better than me. But watch this spirit. Did the so-called white man have a spirit of a dog? But you people, one thing about you people, the children of Israel, every time you have a serious problem, basically, long ago, for now these days, we must study to party and drink. They used to go on their knees. When we was in slavery, swing low, see child coming forth to deliver me, oh, kumbaya, my Lord. You used to sing certain songs to keep you in the spirit. But now you have forgotten your resting place. Alright, give me the Ezekiel 37. What you said out some good.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 26. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if you obey the commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which I commanded you this day, and a curse if you will not obey the commandments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Can give me Deuteronomy 28, verse 1. Alright, because hey, the Most High set forth a blessing and a curse as the scripture right. Alright, let me see why some of the blessings. Or the main blessing, go ahead.
This is Deuteronomy 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Right? If thou hearken, if thou listen, pay attention. Right? Meaning do. There's a difference between hearing and there's a difference between listening. Alright, go ahead.
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day.
To observe and to do. Right? Not the hearers or the law are justified, but the doers. Right? James 1 verse 22. Go ahead.
That Yahweh Hashem Yahushai will set you on high.
Set you on high. Go ahead.
Above all the nations of the earth.
Above all these nations on the earth. Right? There are 18 different nations or tribes that the Most High made. And he chose Israel. So he said that he will put Israel above these nations because the world was made for Israel's sake. Somebody could get that in 2 Ezra 7. Verse 8, somewhere around there. So if I'm knowing. Alright. 7 and 6. 6. 66. Where's the right?
Barak. Watch. You have memory in it for?
This is second Ezra chapter 7, verse 10. And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel portion, because for their sakes I made the world.
For their sakes he made the world. So we were there with Yahweh Shem Yahushai from the beginning of time. That scripture said they that were predestined. Alright, we was always there. So hey, really and truly, the reason why the most High put us underneath the hands of our slaves. Right, as taskmasters, these other nations are our slaves. But you people have forgotten who you are. You are Yasharallah, He Prince of Power. Alright? You have to come back to your inheritance. Right? But in the land of drawing waters, they shall use righteous acts. Because guess what? They're putting them in Ezekiel 37 now and them in Malachi 3:16.
This is Job. Malachi 3 verse 16, it says, Then they that feared Yahweh spake often one to another, and Yahweh hearkened and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that fear the Lord,
right,
and thought upon his name.
They that fear the Most High. Right? Read it over, Baba Pasha.
Malachi 3 verse 16, it says, Then they that fear the Lord spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened.
Right, they that fear the Lord, because guess what? Before, certain men, when they were in the world, right, they might not have known the true name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, but they knew it have a higher power. They know that it had a creator that created them. You understand? So they used to try the best somehow in the world, you know, to scope what they're doing. They wouldn't do certain things that other people just do unwillingly, or whatever the case is. Some people, they might say, I ain't gonna smoke, I ain't gonna drink. Somehow, the Spirit used to intercess for them. Alright?
But they say it was like a righteousness unto themselves. Right? And they that felt that speak of the one tongue, that goes back to us, the prophets. Right? Because every video that we do is like an epistle speaking one to another. And bringing it back to the room. Say, Lord, hey, look, Israel is happening. Right? Because when scripture said, they are not all of Israel that are Israel. Right? So, Israel, the prophets of the elect prophets of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is that desired Israel. Right?
Let him finish.
And a book of remembrance was written before him, for them that fear the Lord, and that thought upon his name.
Right, so the Most High unlock that spirit now for us to understand. The words of the scriptures.
Also these times here, right, they're going to be written in the book. They're going to have extensions.
God.
Right, this one be written.
God. Daddy Joe?
Hey, how do you have the book of Tahar, the book of Gabah. You understand? Book of Ayah.
There's going to be some miracles.
This is Job chapter 30 verse 1. But now, they that are younger than I have me in duration, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
Right, they that are younger than I, but the Edomites, because they have no law, they basically like the stubborn children. Alright, you could tell them to do something and they don't want to do it, they just harden. But they have us in duration, right? They have us as a speckle amongst the nations. Alright, they have brought us low.
And to add on to it, scriptures talk about the elect being what? And he said, so the elect is the first fruits. That's why they're younger than I. But we are the first fruits of the Spirit. Right? The elect is the first fruits of the Spirit. So they're gonna be eradicated. But you see that they're gonna understand righteousness by what? By slavery and submission. Right?
You had a precept. I bring the precept and then bring the
This is Exodus 19 verse 7. And Moses came and called for the elders of the people and laid before their faces all these words which Yahweh Shem Yahushai commanded him. And all the people answered together and said, all that the Lord has spoken we will do. And Moses returned the words of the people unto the Lord.
Right? So hey, we agreed that we will, be the Lord's wife. You understand? Going to that covenant.
Alright, 2 Kings 17 too. 2 Kings 17. I know.
Someone gonna be
The 2 Kings 17, verse 17 says, and they caused their sons and daughters to pass through the fire and use divination and enchantments and sold themselves to do evil in the sight of the Lord to provoke him to anger.
Right, because higher up in the chapter, right? Because this is when Israel went off. The separation of the 10 tribes, right? Higher up, I think it describes when the Lord said that, hey, you all kept the cup, you all had a covenant with us, right? With me, Salakia, with the Most High, right? They had the covenant, but they broke it because they went off, went into idolatry, and the Most High separated them. That's why when Christopher Columbus came on this side, he found what? Natives. When they went to America, they found what they call Native American, but they was really Israelites. They spoke the same language, they kept the same customs, they built the same type of temples, right?
to add what my brother said, when I was reading the book of Babylon, the Timbuktu, right? They had the same sort of weapon, the same measurement, same thing as the Levites had in Haiti. When they come down here, they see the same thing. When Christopher Columbus was he traveled, he see the same thing. So you start questioning yourself, like these people and them is one.
Montezuma. I think I'm not sure about that because I can't remember the whole exact story, but I think Montezuma said that these people are the Jews, right? Same customs, same laws.
This is Ezekiel 37 verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord, and set me down in the midst of the valley which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, thou knowest. Again he said unto me, prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Right, so these dry bones in the valley goes back to people living in a dead state. They don't know who they are, right? They don't know their nationality, right? It's allegory, symbols, signs and symbols, you understand? So it wasn't a literal valley with dead bones, alright? It was a vision. Go ahead. Same way like how Joseph had dreams. The two people he was in prison with, the baker and the king's cupholder, had dreams, and Joseph explained the dreams with the calves and whatever cases meant. Alright? Some of you just stupid. Alright, go ahead.
Hey, so like they say they don't know the mind of the Lord. They don't know the mind of the Lord.
Hey, even we speak allegory. Well,
Thus says Yahweh power unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live.
breath of the Lord is wisdom. Going back into the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Somebody can get a real bit. Okay?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 25. Says, verse 24, it says, for wisdom is more moving than any motion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. For she is the breath of the power of the Most High, and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no defiled thing fall into her.
Right, so that is our breath right there that the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai when I'm breathed into the valley of dry bones. Alright? That is the Most High when I'm put his fear back into them. Yeah, some bro?
Yeah, come. This is Luke chapter 20, verse 21. Then said Yahushai to them, peace unto you, and as my Father had sent me, even so send I you. And when he said this, he breathed on them and said unto them, receive the Holy Spirit.
Right? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Go ahead.
Thus says the Lord power unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you,
Good.
and you shall live.
Good.
And I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring upon slack, I will bring a flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath into you.
Right, so the Most High giving us back our heritage, our nationality, our mindset, our strength. Right, go ahead.
And ye shall live,
Go ahead.
and ye shall know that I am Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Right, because now we will be keeping the believing in Yahushai and Mashiach and keeping the laws alive. So we come like we living before the Most High now. Alright? Because without the laws of the Most High, without Yahushai, we were dead men. Alright, we were like walking dead. But now we have Yahushai and Mashiach, and we have the laws, the understanding of it. So we living before the Most High now. It come like somebody build a robot, right? And he just had the robot there. But within the motherboard now, he had to take the computer and program the robot. And when he programmed the robot now to do certain functions, alright? So when he programmed the robot now to do certain function, he put in what? Instruction laws. So now that robot come like it living before you. So it's the same thing with the Heavenly Father. Alright? Go ahead.
So Sirach, chapter 17, verse 1. 17, verse 1, yeah. The Lord created man of the earth and turned him into it again. He gave them few days and a short time, and power also over the things therein. He endued them with strength by themselves and made them according to his image. Right? Because he didn't know what all the nations do. The image was what? When the Alahayim created Adam. Right? Which was Yahushai. Right? And then the Adamites came along with what? Genesis 5. Right? Yeah. It says, so we know we're talking about the elect coming down. Right? It says, and he put the fear of man upon all flesh and gave him dominion over beasts and fowls. Verse 5. They received the use of 5 operations of the Lord. And the sixth place, he imparted them what? Understanding. And in the seventh, speech and interpreter of the cognitions thereof. But that is what? The Holy Spirit. Right? Because the Holy Spirit, as you brother, let's read in Solomon 7:24 is what? That understanding. It's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Get wisdom and all I get understanding. Right? I'll continue a little bit just to prove that this image was the elect. It says, verse 6, counsel and a tongue and eyes, ears and a heart, which the heart is the word heart. Heart is an organ, right? It's an organ that pumps blood. But this heart here is talking about your lab, your mind, right? It says, and a heart gave he them to understand. Right? You can't understand with this organ. You can understand with your brain, your mind, the pineal gland. Right? It says, and he showed them good and evil. Right? So we're going through this captivity, we know it's evil. Right? We know that the ways of the heathen is evil. The ways of Yahweh Shai is good. We understand now that when we broke the commandments by turning away from Yahweh Shai, we serve this punishment, but we're not here to live, we're here to what? Suffer punishment. Right? To be reformed. Right? So we now understand good and evil. Right? It says, verse 7, with all he filled them with the knowledge. It says, with all he filled them with the knowledge of understanding, and he showed them good and evil. He set his eye upon their hearts, that he might show them the greatness of his works. He gave them to glory in his marvelous acts forever, that they might declare his works with understanding. Verse 10, and the elect shall praise his holy name. So it was the elect he was talking about. This is who was created in his image and his likeness. Right? But not 2/3 of Israel don't have that. Again, going back to the elect being synonymous with the first fruits of the Spirit. Right?
This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, and I'll start at verse 20. So I considered the world, and behold, there was peril because of the devices that were coming to it. And I saw and spared it greatly, and have kept me a grape of the cluster and the plant of a great tree. Let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept. my plan for with great labor have I made it perfect. Alright, so the same thing as what the brother was saying before, right? The elect, the children of Israel, the Most High took his time and fashioned us. The Most High took his time and basically created us, right? He put all his effort and his love into the children of Israel, especially the 1/3 of the 144,000, the men who the Most High going to use to govern this world, alright? So you people are the Most High precious plant. You is the apple of his eye, right? Going back into the scriptures, alright? You, the Negroes, Latinos, and the natives are the one the Most High going and put that spirit back into and draw him close to draw you close to him, alright? Well, please, you have something. I'll go back to the Ezekiel 37.
This is Sirach 24 verse 1. Wisdom shall praise herself and shall glory in the midst of her people.
I just jump in the verse 8, right?
So the creator of all things gave me a commandment, and he that made me caused my tabernacle to rest, and said, let thy dwelling be in Jacob, and thy inheritance in Israel.
Right? Just give me real quick Galatians 3:16. Alright, because really and truly wisdom is Yahushua. Alright? Said I will cause thy resting to be in what Jacob and give me Psalms 105 and 9. Baba Pasha. Good. Right? Cause thy dwelling to be in Jacob. So that we see. Because Yahushua is wisdom. Well,
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 19. For I was a witty child and had a good spirit. Yea, rather being good, I came into a body undefiled. Nevertheless, when I perceived that I could not otherwise obtain her, her is speaking about here is our wisdom. It says, nevertheless, I could not obtain her except power gave her me. And that was a point of wisdom, also to know whose gift she was. I prayed unto the Lord and besought him, and with my whole heart I said.
Right, so that's Yahushua, that's asking back for his spirit, the time when he was King Solomon. Right, wisdom. Yahushua is wisdom. Right, he's the pinnacle of wisdom. Because why? He's the one that came forth from Yahweh. You understand? So Yahushua is that wisdom. Right? Galatians 3:16. Right? Let my dwelling dwell in Jacob. And Psalms 105 and verse 9.
Psalms 105 and verse 9. It says, which covenant he made.
Start at verse 8.
It says, he had remembered his covenant forever, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations. It says, which covenant he made with Abraham and his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel for everlasting covenant.
Yes, oath unto Isaac, and basically a law unto Jacob forever. Alright?
Galatians chapter 2 verse 16 says, no, to Abraham and his seed were the promises made.
Abraham and his seed were the promises made where?
Said not unto seeds as of many, but as of one, unto thy seed, which is Yahushua.
Right, which is Yahushua. Yahushua dwelling is within Jacob. Alright, because guess what? He's going to be the king over King David in Israel. Right? So right there, that is wisdom. Alright? Yahushua Mashiach. Right? Go back to Ezekiel 37.
Ezekiel 37 verse 7. So I prophesied as I was commanded.
Right.
And as I prophesied, there was a noise. And behold, a shaking, and the bones came together.
Right.
Bone to his bone. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews, and the flesh came upon them,
Right.
and the skin covered them above,
Right.
that there was no breath in them, but there was no breath in them. Then said he unto me,
I want to just say quick, I Nathan in IYC, QCC, HMC, all these men who claiming to know these Israelites, they had no breath in them. They could just scratch the surface. Understanding. You can't go deeper than that. Huh?
Elementary school Israelites.
Elementary school Israelites.
Just the back that you take me the mic and change those one, because guess what? Hey, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little, there a little. But this is what the children of Israel did. That is why this prophecy had to come to pass. Alright? Micah 3, no?
Micah 3 verse 1.
Go ahead.
And I said, Here I pray you, O heads of Jacob.
Here I pray the heads of Jacob, as the brother had mentioned. This is Nathan them. Go ahead.
And ye prince of Israel, of the house of Israel, is it not for you to know judgment?
Go ahead.
Who hate the good and love the evil?
Go ahead.
Who pluck off their skin from off them? And
Go ahead.
who pluck off their skin from off them?
What the Most High was doing with the children of Israel and Ezekiel, sinews. Yeah, read it over. Just that punchline. Put back these sinews and skin on them.
Verse 6. This is Ezekiel 37 verse 6.
Go ahead.
And I will lay sinews upon you,
Go ahead.
and will bring a flesh upon you.
Lay sinews upon you and lay flesh upon you. What else doing? Micah 3.
Says who hate the evil, who hate the good and love the evil, who pluck off their skin from off them, and their flesh from off their bones,
Go ahead.
who also eat the flesh of my people, and flay their skin from off them.
Because they did take away also the other people knowledge from them. Their heritage. Go ahead.
For example, when they say that Mark of the Beast is not the chip,
That's right.
because you should be talking about building up Israel at the gates for the day of what? Judgment. So you're flaying the skin. It's a flay, it goes back to like fillet, where you cut a thin strip off of the fish or the meat, right? They cut a thin strip off, so they call it a fillet. A fillet means fillet, right? So they fillet the skin from off them. So what the most high, the flesh, the dry bones are now living, right? They get hydrated with what? The water, and that water is what? That person of the throne, and the most high pursued what? Revelation 20:21, right? And then John, it says what? He that filled me out of his belly shall flow the rivers of living waters, right? So the men who have the truth, when they teach the truth, right? They're playing the skin, they're taking back that life, right? They're taking away the understanding. Mark of the Beast is not the chip. The Most High name, we don't know it. We don't know the real Hebrew, right? They're taking off. They're putting it back to the dry bones state, to the dead state, right? That's what they're doing. They're reversing the works, right? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Play the skin. Who's reading? Play the skin.
Yeah.
Who also eat the flesh of my people, and flay their skin from off them, and they break their bones and chop them in pieces as for a pot.
Right, they say they eat the flesh of my people. Scripture say that these pastors are like foxes in the desert, right? So scripture call them what? Greedy dogs, right? They fill their own bellies. How they fill in their bellies? Because they're robbing the Most High. They're taking the tithes and the offering and they're being established. A kingdom within a kingdom on this side. But the kingdom of heaven and the Most High desires is broken and contrite men. Men who are sincere for Him and His righteousness. That kingdom is going to be established on earth when our Savior comes, Yahushua. He's going to deliver us from the hand of the enemy, right? He's going to deliver us from the hand of the enemy and we'll get glory with Him. We are going to be joint heirs with Yahushua. We're not going to have our own brand of a kingdom, our own brand of doctrine. That's bullshit. That's hypocrisy. That's against the scriptures, right? Right.
As for the pot, and as flesh within the cauldron, then shall they cry unto the Lord, but He will not hear them.
Right. As for the pot and the cauldron is a big iron pot where they boil oil, they boil water, right? You watch them cartoons, you see the witches have the big cauldron, mixing the potion. America is a cauldron, America is a pot, right? Because when that missiles hit, everything gonna burn up. When them missiles hit, it's only fire is for the purification, right? Most High gonna purify everything from the people, from the air, the water, all the contamination is gonna be purified. That's the cauldron, America, Babylon, and the provinces of Babylon, right? Go ahead.
Then shall they cry unto the Lord, but He will not hear them.
Then shall they cry unto the Lord, but He will not hear them. You The scripture said he will say, Lord, Lord, I prophesied in thy name. And he's going to say, what? I do not know the get the heads. He will cause of iniquity. Right? So they are not knowing the scriptures. Right? They're not filled with the Holy Spirit. The Most High, Yahushua is going to come from the sea. There are mermaids underneath the sea. The chariot is going to raise up from the sea. Deliverance is going to come from the sea. They have what they have underneath the pyramids of Egypt. You understand all that craziness?
I can imagine them watch Aquaman and probably say, you see, you correct, these people know something that we don't know. Because like the show, the Aquaman was just trying to, don't mean to really straight, that basically their vehicles was like chariots under the water, alright? And they was going to come up to the surface, alright?
I have something here. Let's go real quick.
Let me just read this to touch on what you're saying when the water shut the dry bones, Babakasha. This is Ezekiel 47 and verse 8. It says, Then said he unto me, These waters issues out toward the east country, and go down into the desert, and go into the sea, which being brought forth into the sea, the waters shall be healed. And it shall come to pass that everything that liveth, which moveth, whatsoever the river shall come shall live, and there shall be a very great multitude of fish, because these waters shall come thither, for they shall be healed, and everything shall live.
Slow down. There shall be a great multitude of fish, because these waters going to bring forth what healing. What did the Most High, what did the Yahushua say unto Peter? Come, follow after me, and I'll make you fishers of men. Right? Then what? The fishers going to turn to what? Hunters. Right? So the fish here is people, parabolic talk, you're talking about that. Metaphoric talk. Right? Parabolic talk, metaphoric talk. You understand? There's the people. And what you're fishing with, doctrine. The word. Go ahead.
Because the water is the word. Alright? And it shall come to pass that the fishers shall stand upon it from in Gidai even unto in Eglaim. There shall be a place to spread forth nets. Their fish shall be according to their kinds, as the fish of the great sea, exceeding many. Right? But the miry places thereof and the marshes thereof shall not be healed, they shall be given to salt.
That goes to these are the false camps. The miry places, that goes to Islam, Christianity. Right? All these are the false doctrine. Then they're not going to be healed. Two-thirds going to be destroyed. It's just as the heart or the mind of Yahweh Shai. This is the preacher I was looking for, which was This is Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 13. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and have hewn them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. So your doctrine is false. Your doctrine is broken. What's the end of your doctrine? Right? IUIC teaching what? That there's not going to have any judgment, any Jacob's trouble. They're just going to be delivered. That's broken. You understand? That the mark of the beast is what? An embargo. Or the mark of the beast is a philosophy. Right? And alongside that, or part of the philosophy is the chip. No, the mark of the beast is the chip. That's right. It is the chip. It's the body word mark, character mark.
Put an incision.
An incision. A carved mark. When you watch a carving, you take a blade or whatever it is, and you suppress, or you cause a depression and an elevation. When you watch a chip underneath the skin, it's as though it's carved. They said an imprinted mark. Because what? The skin is lowered where the chip is raised. So it's a carving. The most I even make it physical for you to see. The only scripture says those who have eyes to see will see, and ears to hear will hear. You go into and break it down in the number of a man. Right? What man we speaking about? The man that ruled the earth. It's only logical. Job 9:24. And it goes into what? It goes into, when you break down that number of a man, it goes into what? Stigma. Chai, sai, stigma. Right? Only look up sigma what it says. Right? It goes back into what? Oh gosh, wait, slip my mind there too again, but Let's put mine to again. I'm a one. Stigma again. Stigma.
Stigma.
To cut. Yeah, stigma goes back to cut. Yeah, incision. Incision. Right? Scissors.
Like something like what a stick. Something
Yeah,
like
stick
a stick.
too.
Like a stick too.
Yeah.
Like still have a stigma on them. And in a bad place.
You can't. Look at about
Had to use lava.
Yeah.
Had to use lava.
A mark made, right? Stigma in the Greek, a mark made by a pointed instrument, a dot, right? For example, right? A mark made by a pointed instrument. Also, when you look at the word mark, right? It says what? So what? Stick. The stick, right? When you look at the word mark, is what? Is a sign of or badge of servitude to what? To a man or a slave owner, right? So it makes sense. It's not broken. It makes sense. And what is the Lord said? What He will give them understanding. He gave them understanding, right?
Yeah, but if I can say this, the 7 days Adventists believe the mark of the beast is Sunday worship.
Sunday worship, yeah. Oh man. So what if I remind me, I have that book, they have something called Sunday Law. National Sunday Law. I got the book, I forget I have it more, but I was studying. So that's one of the philosophies. The mark of the beast is National Sunday Law.
So I want to know how you're going to put that in your hand.
And how you going to buy and sell with
How
that?
you going to buy and sell?
You see, because as Big Brother or Brother Daniel, let's say what? You can't connect the dots. Right? When you go into school, what they teach you to do? They teach you to trace. Right? This thing is about discipline. You know you're going to be monkeys and parrots repeating what your apostles say. And then the Most High going to reveal that understanding to you eventually. But how you learn? Repetition is the mother of all learning. But these men who refuse to submit themselves, right? What they do? They be proud and guess what? Pride comes before destruction, right?
Like I talking to 7 days Adventists sometimes during this week. I say, you ever sit down and think about what the pastor teaching you? I say, yeah, sit down and think how the mark of the beast could be Sunday worship. I say, you ever really sit down and ask yourself that question?
Well, this cursy man or the woman there, because people don't think, people just program.
It didn't make no sense. It make no sense.
If I say this really and truly, if it is that, let we say the National Sunday Law was the mark of the beast, they would still have to use something to identify people, like an ID, to see who keeping the National Sunday Law. And the best thing to use, Sugar Jack. What's the best thing you might have used? The RFID chip, so it would have go back to that anyhow, you think?
If they say the Sunday Law is what? The Sunday Law is what? To worship on the Sunday? Right. So if you say, the only way I can buy or sell is if I worship on the Sunday, right? And I need to eat. Wouldn't it be easier as me just coming and say, well, I don't worship on the Sunday. I suck and eat.
Tell you that it makes no sense. No type of sense.
Because Sunday worship go back to worship on the sun.
And how long? How long? Because basically the RFID chip or the mark of the beast is basically one of the last signs to show that that this the son of man coming back, Yahushai. But how long people worshiping on Sunday? Because the Crusaders used to go out to force their agenda on the Arabs and all people, so that was spread all over the world. So how long the National Sunday Law would have been, the world would have done things?
Years ago.
When I tell the person the scripture, I say the mark it will be in your forehead or in your hand. You're like, yes, the law will be, the mark will be in your head. I say, right, it will be in your head. It's like the Sunday worship. I say, all right, it will be in your head. I say, what about your hand? I'm putting in your hand too. Yeah. Hush your mouth.
Some smart ass go say that is when they lift it up your hand.
This is you better brought it up. Right? It says he Google basically, can you refuse the RFID chip, right? It says this is from a side petition to stop human implantation of the RFID. The Apostle had a video on this page already. It says the UN and the US are trying to implement a law that requires everyone worldwide to be implanted with a RFID microchip. Scripture said these devils were telling their own self. Right? It says, and here's the best part. If you refuse to be implanted with the RFID chip, the government will deactivate your chip and you will have nothing. No social security number, no birth certificate, no money, no nothing.
John Doe.
Can't buy yourself.
It won't exist. You understand?
I'm going to excerpt here from this book. I'm going to excerpt here from this book called First in Trinidad, right? So these are in the year 1838. 1821. It says in 1821. No, it talks about slavery down here, right? So I read this paragraph. It says there was constant agitation among the slaves towards gaining their freedom. And as the 19th century opened, there was a great deal of agitation in the British Parliament, also in the matter of bringing about a change in the condition of slavery. In 1821, Governor Sir Ralph Woodford was charged with introducing certain measures which would lighten the burden of slavery. This particular order in council from the British government made two clear points: that there should be no compulsory labor on Sundays, licensed in 1821. They say that. So the beast wasn't formed yet. So that could never be the mark of the beast, because they don't say that here. You understand? And I have a next clear point, that they shouldn't get whipped, the slaves shouldn't get whipped. But the point is, since back then they made this declaration that, hey, no working on Sundays for the slaves. So then when the hell the Sunday law come in, that call that, I fucking shit them on.
to add what I want to say, these men and them was from Europe. So if this decree was making this land called Trinidad and Tobago, which means that the decree had already made over on that side.
Over on that side. And the beast system wasn't informed yet. Because the beast system formed in 49 and 57, 1949 and 1957. That when NATO was formed and that when EU was formed. This is in the 1821. So that can't be the mark of the beast. Can't be the mark of the beast.
If you call it Sunday law, the mark of the beast, how you buying and selling with Sunday law? If people are retarded, you still think you still holding the Sunday law, you retarded.
Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 12. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be very desolate, saith the Lord. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and have hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns, that can hold no water. So you refuse this doctrine. You refuse life. They're going to be destroyed when the missiles hit. They're going to be destroyed with the plagues. They're going to be destroyed with the famine. They're going to be destroyed with the pestilence. Right? You're going to be destroyed if you take the RFID chip.
To add what Yakim said, right? The man was saying something earlier on. This is 2nd Ezra 9:1. Answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have.
What's it measure? What's it measure?
Yes.
The prophecies. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 1. Right? The prophecies is in measure. Right? You don't read it now, go ahead.
Part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
I think it's jump down to verse 6. The scripture there's a verse that said the end is manifest. 6 or 9?
5, I think. Yeah.
It's 5.
And 5.
Go ahead.
For like as all that is made in the world had a beginning
It had a beginning
and an end,
and an end.
and the end is manifest.
And the end is manifest. How is this manifest? It's manifested by the prophecies.
Take a 2nd Ezra 6.
Ah.
6 on so it's the end of the world.
Ah.
Keep out in that for it.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6.
Hey, if it's one thing that these Paul's camps have, they don't prophesy. They are all kind of shit. ISUPK teach you how to shoot guns. IUIC about building churches. I saw where he was, boy. Bahamas. Nathan Bahamas. They in Bahamas now setting up a camp. You understand? The other day he was in Uganda. Before that he was in Suriname. Before that he was in Guyana. That is it, because he set it up his kingdom, and how he getting that money? 501c3 charter.